Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Let's continue playing with our friend Supergirl. Our next mission will be with the Flash, but before we do that, let's do a quick recap of where we're at. So basically the loadout we have right now is Frost Slam, Ice Boulder Strike, Reflection, and Snowball. Basically it's abilities that we get as we level up. We no longer need to choose the powers as we level up. The game does that for ourselves. I assume it's to try to help out new players who don't really understand how the game works. And by the time we reach level 30, we should have every powers in the game. And right now also we weren't able to purchase skills other than than our weapons. The weapon we're using right now, well, let's take a quick look, is Brawling. So these are the abilities I've unlocked so far. So tap and hold, 2 tap and hold, 3 tap and hold. So it's pretty simple. So let's go fight the evil Gorilla Grodd with our new Supergirl character. As you see, I do have some mail, but I'll have to go back to the police station in a bit, so I'll get my mail just then. No point going back just for that. And then explodes as big as I expected. Oh, there's a little chesty chest over there. I'll pull back the camera a bit. I do have a tendency to play with the camera a little closer to my character. I find it's a nice compromise between third person and first person. So we have these evil gorillas throwing us barrels, so let's try and avoid them if we can. The thing I don't like from the camera being this far from my character is that when you go close to a wall, you don't see anything anymore. It gets a bit disorienting, I suppose. I'm not sure if I'll keep on using ice powers with this character, or if I'll try to switch her to iconic powers. I'll probably do a bit of both. I'll probably give her like Kryptonian powers for DPS and use ice powers as a tank. We'll see. I'll try to use a bit all the powers. It's easy to fall in the trap of pretty much using always the one power that seems to be a bit more powerful than the rest. It's a bit strange when playing these missions because there's also a duo on this map, but the NPCs are a bit different. So whenever I play this mission solo, I almost expect to see the NPCs that you see when you play this as a duo. But it's a minor thing. Now let's just check in case. There's nothing here. So let's go see our friend the Flash. This is the Barry Allen version. Although originally it was supposed to be Wally West, but it's one of the things that DC asked DC Universe Online to change when they were developing the game. Which is why it's a bit weird. Like basically we have the Barry Allen Flash that kind of acts like the Wally West from the Justice League cartoon. I'm trying not to spam my powers too much. I do have a tendency to spam a bit too much. I kind of like using my powers. What can I say? And I hate when that happens. Basically, they give us a loot picker to be able to choose the reward we want. But sadly, there are times when every option is the very same option. So let's talk to our friend Barry. And let's activate this console. Oh yeah, level up. I'm going to let the cinematic play.
Humanity's evolution was a mistake. My own was destiny. I will reclaim this earth from all who stand in my way. Surrender a world that by rights belongs to me. I, who can control even the strongest minds and channel primal rage. Never. I will alter the flow of evolution and remake the world in my own likeness. Life is survival of the fittest. And Grodd will not just survive. He will triumph.
I love those cinematics. I'm always a bit disappointed that they no longer do any of those. Oh well. Before we forget, let's equip our brand new shoulders. Actually, we have two pairs. I guess we got one as a reward fighting an enemy. Now let's equip the retro tag just for the style. I don't think I'll ever use shoulders with this character, but you never know. And the rifle, obviously, we're not going to use that. So you can see we have a whole bunch of feats that got completed as we completed this mission. And you can see here there's I'm not sure if it's an investigation or a briefing, but basically it's something that I think it's there only when you play the duo, but somehow when you play the solo mission you can still see it somehow. But that's okay. We'll play this mission again, and when we play the duo, then we'll get the investigation. So let's go back to, so basically we're going to go back to the police station. So it will allow us to be able to pick our mail and all that good stuff. Before we do that, let's access our journal. So I'm not sure why some missions get completed by automatically in our journal, and some other times we have to come and literally click on the mission. And there we are, level 8. So as you can see to the right, we have to go back to Little Bohemia police station. But before that, let's see if we can assign our skill points. So again, you can see we cannot assign any skill points to flight, iconic powers, or stat points just yet. So no choice but to go into weapons. And again, we cannot assign skill points to any other weapons just yet. I assume these will unlock at level 10. Not sure why. There used to be an indication telling you so, but I guess not. And we even got 2 skill points. I'm not sure why. But I won't complain about that. So 3 tap to hold, 2 tap to hold, and let's go for that. So we only have 2 more, we need only 2 more skill points and we'll have maximized our weapon. I'm not going to use a weapon mastery with this character. So the next 2 points we put in weapons, that will probably be the last weapon, the last skill points we'll put there. And sadly, as you can see right now, I cannot fly any faster than this. I did not unlock super speed, supersonic flight, I mean. Although you can fly a bit faster, as you saw if you go down a bit. A little bit. So often when I would play in the PvP server, I would fly pretty high. And when someone was coming after me, I would just dive down and I would be able to gather some speed that way. Just one of a few tricks you learn. When you're level 4 and you go very, very slowly, you have to come up with tricks to be able to outrun players who have supersonic or super speed, or basically players who go much faster than you do. And before I talk to Officer Vega, let's go check our mail. I think I'll have a whole truckload of stuff to get from there. So we get the Robin exhibit for PvP, and here's the Batman, modern Batman. This is a modern Batman is given to every legendary player, if I'm not mistaken. Usually you were able to get it at level 1, well, as soon as you were creating your character, or as soon as you were exiting the Brainiac ship. But I guess now they've added it to just level 5, so that you cannot start playing PvP before level 5. So let's talk to our friend Barry.
Hey, it's my partner in Monkey Ball.
Let's skip that bit. As fun as the cinematics are, those little dialogues sometimes are, I wouldn't say they're not fun, but they're not as fun. And I guess we have to go to our journal. Oh yeah. And that was quick. So now we can put points in flight. Sadly, as a silly fool, I've already used up all my skill points. Now let's equip our chest piece. So, and we get an XP reward box. I will not use it just yet. Let's talk to Officer Vega. And let's pick this little mission here. The Booster Gold missions, I strongly suggest that you wait until you have supersonic speed to be able to do it. Basically, you have to fly around the city and click and activate the various consoles. So if you fly a bit faster, you're going to be able to do those missions a bit faster, as opposed to if you try to do those missions while you're very, very slow. Let's see if there's something worth buying. There's a few things we can purchase. Won't be able to buy that much, but let's buy a bit. That'll do. We can probably buy one more. I guess we could have bought those pants instead. Oh, we can't. Oh, we don't have the cash for it, that's why. Oh well. Next time. No, actually, why wait? I wouldn't suggest it normally, but why not? What we can do is that we can sell our pants, hoping it'll be enough to be able to purchase the better pants. We need 108. Oh yeah, we can do it. Hopefully I'll get a skill point soon. Or not. Oh well. So next time when you see that you have 2 skill points to spend, keep one for your supersonic flight. So now we should have a handful of missions to do. I strongly suggest not doing Area 51 at this point. Oh, actually, nah, next time. So we're going to activate the little XP booster thing. That should allow us to gain experience point a bit faster. And go up in level a bit faster too. So let's start our old friend here. So here, quite simply, we need to defeat 20 Brainiac robots. And we've gained a new power. I'll just complete this mission and then we'll look at what that new power does. Basically it does this. But let's read the power description once we get the chance. So we don't need to speak to our friend anymore. I guess we have to go to the journal. And let's take a quick look at our power. So we conjure a chilling gale on our enemies, damaging and pulling them in. Oh, it's a pull move. By default, I usually put my pull move here. There's no reason other than because. So I'll put my snowball here. And I'll put this here. So let's see. Oh, I see. It doesn't pull them towards us, it pulls them together. Oh, that's a neat trick. Now let's pick up this briefing. If it's blue, it's a briefing. If it's green, it's an investigation. Why the distinction? I have absolutely no idea. So let me rearrange my loadout a bit. So I mistook this for a pull move. So I'll just keep it. I'll put it back more or less the way it was, but more like this. And the sad thing about weapon combos is very often by the time you can actually complete your combo, the enemy is already defeated. Or you get interrupted before you can finish your combo. It's, as you saw, he barely had a sliver of health a sliver of health left before I completed my combo. So now we've consumed the XP boost thingy the game gave us, which means that the missions we're going to do right now will give us more experience points, and it should allow us to level up a little bit faster. And of course, time capsule. So one more Brainiac robot, and we'll move on to the next step. There we are. So let's go to our journal, complete our mission, and move on to the next step. So we need to activate a bunch of these. Let's see if our shield will help us. It did. So as you saw, shields are pretty good to help us click on clickies, even if enemies are attacking us. So ideally, if you see that there's a whole bunch of enemies that could attack you, you activate your shield, click on the clicky, and you should be fine. Usually, classes that have shield have pretty strong shield. And the exception to that is the healer. Healer powers. The healer shields somehow are not quite as strong as the controller, or the tank shield. Not sure why. Although that was under the old system, I haven't tried the healer shield since Game Update 73, so maybe that has changed. I'm gonna have to look it up. So as you saw, that little power that I thought was the pull move actually pulls them together. And then once they're together, you hit them with like an area of effect ability. Well, let's click the clicky while we still have our shield. So now we need one more. There we go. And if you wonder why sometimes I'll go like this when I'm going up, it's a little evasion maneuver that you learn to use after a while. Basically, sometimes the enemy attacks will attack where you are, but if you move, then sometimes it'll actually miss you because they'll be attacking where you were, if it makes any sense. So let's go back to little Bohemia to complete our mission. If we're lucky, we'll go up in level. We still have 4 bars left before leveling up, but we do have our XP booster thingy, so we'll see. Usually at level 9 we can go to the watchtower, but there's no hurry, so we can go a bit later. Anyway, once we reach the watchtower, it will be a some pretty boring missions that we'll have to do. So let's talk to our friend here. Ah, we got a nice necklace. While we're here, let's go sell and repair. If you're a premium player, take the habit of selling and repairing any chance you get, because you're limited with your cash. If you're free to play, it's even worse. You have I think it's $1,500. If you're premium, you have $2,000. So if you're premium, you want to, or even free to play, you want to repair your gear as often as you can, because you don't want the repair bill to go above $2,000 or $1,500 if you're free to play. Okay, I will cheat a bit. Basically, I was a bit of an idiot. I should have kept 1 point for supersonic speed, but I did not. So I will cheat and I will purchase 1 skill point. Let's go into player versus player. I like how they added the animation of leveling up to when you gain a skill point. That's pretty cool. So we're going to put 1 point into flight. Well, let's see if we... So we still don't have access to iconic powers or stat points. So let's look at weapons. Actually, we still don't have access to weapons. Other weapons, I mean. So let's put our point in supersonic. So again, next time, don't be a foolish fool like I was. Don't use all your skill points. Keep 1 for supersonic just in case. In the past, you would gain a skill point at level 9. But I guess we're not in the past anymore. There used to be... there he is. So we have our little quest giver here. Basically, he's giving us a quest that is right here. Oh, I thought it was the Flash for half a second. I'm so sad. As you saw, sometimes you can start a weapon combo with one enemy and finish off the other enemy. Let's pick this up while we can. So as you see, there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to do here, but just doing the missions, and we can sometimes do 2 or 3 things at once. Let's go defend those little guys over here. Ooh, level up. I'm not sure how we got to level 10. I know that enemies also give us experience points. Did we get enough? Did we defeat enough enemies at 4 XP each to go up 1 level? Maybe. Oh, these give 9 XP. Even better. Actually, I think I completed one of my side quests without noticing. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, they offer us 100 marks of valor to knock out an opponent in PvP. Oh, that's nice. So let's equip our new belt. Oh, we could actually put points in iconic powers. So at level 10 you gain access to your iconic powers. I'm tempted to go with super strength. First breath would be nice. Let's go with heat vision. Let's tweak our loadout a bit. So we'll put heat vision. We'll put a heat vision here. Nah, that should do it. There's usually a couple of quest givers. Been a while since I did this mission on the hero side. I think they were over here. Oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, they gave quite a boost to iconic powers. So today we're going to be able to test out heat vision at least a bit. So let's get started. I loved using heat vision, even if even when it wasn't that powerful. And as you see, it switches target once one target gets defeated. So defeat the first target, and then switches to another target pretty much on its own. Also, if you use a targeting system, you can also switch which target heat vision affects. I like that. Let's try again. Another target. So I guess I no longer need any of the towers. Oh, level up. So again, you can switch target with your D-pad if you're holding the L1 button. Just so. I know it happens pretty quick. So, but I hope you saw how I was able to change target. But again, you don't really need to. The game will switch target on its own once an enemy gets defeated. So let's see what we got at level 11. Oh, we got our first supercharge. Emits shockwaves of frost, damaging your enemies and encasing them in blocks of ice. Well, we'll try it at some point. As you saw, since I was in combat, when I tried to change my loadout, it didn't work. So let's try again. I'll keep my supercharge for the next step. Actually, the step after that. Although I could be done here. Well, let's check our journal. Buskill is done. Be aggressive. Okay, we need some royal drones. And that's on top of the building. So let's look for royal drones. They're usually easy to spot. They usually fly around holding some sort of canister. Like that. So there's this mission on top of the building where you need to activate or protect those little satellite dishes over there. Let's get rid of a few bees first. Oh yeah, and now that we're level 11, we should be able to switch to tank. Oh, not yet, but at some point I'll probably try and switch. As you can see, that little guy is just enough out of range not to be affected by our power. But it doesn't matter. So now we're going to go into the Hornet's Nest, but first, could have sworn we got a reward. I guess not. Actually we did, but it was like a mark of victory or something. So right now at level 11, we're up to 5 marks of victory. I can sort of hear something. Next time. Oh. So years ago I would pretty much do this mission, and after this mission then I would reach level 9 and be able to go to the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom if I was playing a villain. But now it seems by the time I will be done with this mission I'll probably be level 12 if not more. Again, there is a duo with this map, so sometimes I'll probably remember stuff from the duo. Like the duo usually had those two towers over here, which the solo mission doesn't have. So before you click on the little guy down there, clear at least a few enemies first. Oh. Heat vision is a power that's pretty fun to use, although you can see some of the limitations, like you're pretty much stuck in one place until the ability is done. And sometimes you'll end up targeting not quite the right target, or a target that's out of range. But again, that's why you need to be able to get used to being able to switch target by using the D-pad. So that way, if you end up targeting a target that isn't really the correct target, you can switch. Normally with the duo, when you click on this guy, a whole bunch of enemies appear. Obviously with the solo, doesn't seem to happen. And you need to free, I think it's 4 technicians that you need to free if you want to be able to continue the mission a bit further down the line. So don't skip those guys don't skip those technicians, otherwise you're gonna have to come back for them. These are our side quest, and we already completed the side quest if I'm not mistaken. But somehow I always end up sometimes I always end up getting the spies, even if I completed the mission already. There might be a feat if you get all of them, or if you get a certain amount of them. We'll see once we complete the mission. Eons ago, when I didn't really know this mission very well, or most of the missions, I would pretty much destroy everything to make sure that there wasn't a briefing or an investigation hidden behind a panel. So if you're new to the game, I strongly suggest you do that at least the very first time you play a mission. Don't be afraid to destroy pretty much everything. You may discover some hidden treasures that you didn't know about. So this is our 4th guy. And there we go, level 12. So we got a new skill point. So I could decide to try to complete brawling, or I could put skill points in the flight mode. Let's see. Now I'll complete my weapon first, and then I'll start putting points in. And as you see, we can start putting points now in other weapons. So it does unlock. Oh, let's see, 2 hold. Oh, let's go for 2 hold. So basically, it's this and this. At some point I'll probably make videos with all the various weapons and go through all the combos. So if I don't go through all the combo with this character, don't worry. At some point I will. Just checking if there's not. I don't remember where the treasure chest usually appears in this mission, and sometimes there's a random effect, like it can be in 2 or 3 different places depending on random. Oh, there it is. So let's see how tough the fight with the Queen Bee will be. We're almost there. So there we are, facing the evil Queen Bee. Usually we have to dispatch our guards first, so let's go and do that. Oh, I used up all my power. So let's see the gift we'll get, or the reward we'll get. The chest or the keep. Decisions. Sadly, I'm going to skip the cinematic because of the reward. I guess either doesn't really matter, but level 7, level 1, yeah, the cape makes more sense. So if you ever end up in a point where you skipped the reward without meaning to, you can go up with the D-pad and then go choose loot, and your loot should still be there. As you can see, there's a timer. Actually, I should probably go with the chest for the collection. Nah. So as you can see, even if you complete the mission, there is a feat for arresting the Spec Ops. So even once you complete the mission for the Spec Ops, keep on arresting them, and you'll complete the feat. And again, we have to go to the journal to complete our mission. I'm not sure why some missions complete automatically and others don't. But what can you do? Oh, going the wrong direction. So let's go talk to our friend, the Flash. Which probably will complete that whole quest.
Wow, you're the hero-sized bug zapper. Nice. I'll be working with you again soon.
Oh, there's still... Oh, we need to complete it. Oh yeah. So next time we'll go to the Watchtower. But before we do, let's just check what we got. What's in the box, as they say. Most likely a new weapon. Oh yeah. And as you can see, sadly, there's some weird thing going on with the colas, which means that they give you nothing. Not sure if it's only a bug in the description, or if the colas actually don't give you anything. Not a big deal, since we don't... I didn't need any colas so far, but who knows. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. Freaking containment. Go, go! There we go. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So next time, sadly, we'll go and do the Watchtower missions, which will probably not be very exciting, but we'll see. So that's it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.